The Wellness of You with Faatimah Gamble. Go to WDASFM.com and check out all the interviews. Faatimah Gamble always gives us each week inspiration, information that can help us to be better, to live our lives better, and for a better well-being. Today we're going to talk about you ladies, hot flashes and the change, and you too men. Faatimah Gamble, welcome.
Hi Mimi, how are you?
I am great. It's always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Always inspired by you.
Thank you.
You just make everything seem like beautiful. It's a beautiful day when you're here.
And you're too sweet.
Thank you so much. Faatimah, we're going to ask about hot flashes and the change. Do men and women experience the change of life?
Contrary to popular belief, yes, they do, particularly men. With women, it's the menopause, which we are familiar with, and most women are, and men have heard it as well. It is the decline in the hormone levels in women, particularly like the estrogen, the progesterone, as well as the testosterone. Most people don't realize that women do have a certain amount of testosterone in their bodies, just as men. Men is more prominent. With men, it's the andropause, where they will cease, their testosterone level will diminish, and men will experience a decline in testosterone levels to the tune of 1.5% each year after the year of 30. So men after 30, testosterone levels are declining.
That's a really pretty high number.
And it really is. It really is. But it's subtle. It's subtle over the period of time. And you heard about men going through the midlife crisis, and what do? They may purchase a red convertible
Ferrari
or whatever,
Corvette,
or
Lexus,
or change their wardrobe, put on younger clothes, and hang out with younger folks. But that's okay if that's what you want to do. But understand what's going on.
Okay, I really appreciate that, and I'm sure men, you appreciate it too. And we talked about that both men and women do experience the change, and we talked about kind of what happens to men. Is there anything else that actually happens to men during the change? Well, you mentioned a lot of it already.
Well, yes, like I said, once the testosterone level starts to decline, things happen, and and I would suggest that when the mood swings, when men are experiencing the mood swings, when women are experiencing the mood swings, then they should consult their physician. They should consult their physician, and also once those levels are on the decline, there are ways to boost those levels up, particularly the estrogen level and the progesterone and the testosterone level. But what you must do is have lab work done. You must have blood work taken to determine the level that where you are and what your body requires to bring those levels up, because there were times when women were experiencing the after effects of estrogen.
Yes.
The physicians were prescribing too much.
Yes.
Estrogen per individual,
which were called actually adverse effects.
It did, and
which were documented.
And it was, and because the prescription was universal, everyone is unique. Yeah. So because the body is everyone's body is different, then you must have the certain level monitored to determine how much estrogen, how much progesterone, how much testosterone you need. And simply, lab will determine that, blood work will determine that. But you must seek out a physician. Don't try to, determine that yourself. And oftentimes you don't realize that your level is low. You might feel a little lethargic, you might feel a little groggy, the brain isn't functioning correctly or optimally, or you're sluggish. then it could mean that your estrogen level and your levels are decreasing, and you must take some sort of action to bring it up.
Well, it sounds to me that this affects not only men but also women in what you have described. Getting a blood test is for men and for women, so you can understand your hormone levels and what needs to be prescribed for you can be prescribed for you directly for you and not for universally. And so what about women? They go through a lot of things like hot flashes, and what can we do as women when we experience hot flashes?
Well, when you experience the hot flashes, first of all, it's happening. The menopause is
You're there.
It's happening. You know it. And what you want to do, again, consult your physician, have your levels checked, so that you can feel comfortable during this period of time. And it generally lasts about at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy, right? But
no,
it generally lasts about 10 years.
Actually, it doesn't.
It may last for 10 years. Who knows? But if you're going through a hot flash, going through hot flashes, what you might want to do is put a piece of ice or a cold glass of ice water on your wrist, the inside of your wrist.
Right here?
For a few, yes.
Is that a pressure point?
It is. It is a pressure point. But you might want to place the ice and the ice or ice water, a glass of ice water, on that area, and for a few seconds, and you'll find the flashes diminished. I've experienced the hot flashes, and I could be out at an event, and I'm sure we're at an event and we see women fanning.
Yes.
They have their fans with
them. I would like to have one now, actually.
Yeah. Get her some ice water, please. And what I would do, I would very subtly take the ice water that's on the table and place it on the inner side of my wrist.
Yes.
And before long, then I'm calming down and I'm cooling off, etc., etc. So you might want to try that, ladies.
Yeah, and for one thing that I have seen is that hot flashes have occurred for women as old as 90 years old. And so, it's not something that cuts off automatically. So I really appreciate that information. Ladies, stay near the ice water, and you'll cool off. That's wonderful information. Sure. Faatimah Gamble, The Wellness of You, and today we're talking about hot flashes and the change, not only for men, but also for women as well. Go to WDASFM.com and check out the entire interview. And don't forget to leave us your comments, because we would love to hear from you on 105.3 WDAS.